Are you tired of people telling you to get good? Are you tired of summoning in help just for them to die, leaving you to face the boss alone anyway? Well, look no further. Zach's got you. Welcome back, YouTube. It is Zach the Ripper back with an Elden Ring build video, guys, and I think I have cooked the most versatile build in all of Elden Ring that will get you through basically every boss fight in both the DLC and base game, and I can't wait to share it with you right now. As always, if you stick around to the end of the video, there will be a battle demonstration showing you how to function this build and the effectiveness of it as well. So do me a favor right now, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit like on the video. Let's get into the build, man. Okay, so here we are in the build. As always, I'm at New Game +1 and I'm at character level 160. We will be getting 5 more points into all of our stats from Godric's Great Rune. So let's move into the build really quickly so we can get to the battle demo. All right, we are running the Sword Lance, which is the remembrance weapon you get from Commander Gaius from the DLC. We have the Cragblade Ash of War on here, which is not super important, but does help with the versatility of this build. We have a heavy infusion on here because at 80 strength, it has one of the highest AR damage outputs of almost any weapon in the entire game. And I think it even outperforms the Rusted Anchor at 80 strength. So very, very good weapon. We have a dagger just for Golden Vow, and in our offhand, we have a Finger Seal for Flame Grant Me Strength, and another incantation we're throwing into the mix that I don't see a whole lot of people use. Very, very good. Beyond that, we have the Fingerprint Stone Shield. If you know about this shield, you know how goated it is. If you are still kind of new to Elden Ring and you don't know about this shield, please go and get this. This is the shield of shields. And we are running the Barricade Shield Ash of War on this one. For our armor set, I chose the entire Verdigris set. There is an equivalent to this because this has the highest poise of any armor set in the game, with the exception of the Morgott set. They have the exact same amount of poise, slight variations in what they do in the damage negation from one armor to the next. So it's kind of user's choice, but I like the Verdigris set because I like the look more. Speaking of poise, we are running the Morgott set for extra poise. This gets us up to 133 poise. This allows us to face tank and guard really heavy attacks. More poise, just better. Up next, we have the Verdigris Discus. You might see me swap this one out for something else if I decide to run that Cragblade Ash of War instead of the method I'm going to show you. And if I do swap it out with anything, I would be swapping it out to perform guard counter. So the Curved Sword Talisman is an option, but I'll likely keep the Verdigris Discus on there. All right. Next up, the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman for more physical damage negation, and the Great Shield Talisman, which reduces the amount of stamina damage we take from guarding. So very good talisman right there. Now here's where the build gets really fun. Okay. The versatility of this build. You are about to be the fattest kid at Fat Camp because we are running the Opaline Hard tier, but more importantly, the Winged Crystal tier. This reduces your equipment load by 450%. This will take you from overloaded, okay, running the heaviest armor set that you possibly can, to light loading, okay? So you get light loading rolls, you get all the benefits of being light loaded, and almost none of the downside, okay? Now, I know that seems like it wouldn't negate the Verdigris Discus, but this is kind of like a backup talisman because the Winged Crystal tier only lasts for 3 minutes. If that 3 minutes lapses, this will kick in, giving you the damage boost you need because you're going to be overloaded again. And if you want to offset that really quickly, let's say you're in the middle of battle and you're like, oh my god, it ran out. Jump into your start menu real quick. And you remove the helmet and remove the gauntlets. That will immediately, with this stat distribution, that'll take you from overloaded to heavy loading so you can roll again. But you shouldn't need to do that. Most fights are over within 3 minutes anyway, especially at this level. So this build will only get stronger and stronger and stronger as you go as well. Furthermore, let's move into why I have the rest of my inventory stocked like this. This is what makes the build so versatile. Not only do we have all these things in conjunction, negating damage, negating stamina damage, but we will be using, this is probably the most important item right in here, shield grease. People undervalue how good shield grease is. So we'll be getting to more of that in the battle demo and the whole buffing method before we enter a fog wall. And the wonderful thing about infusing the Sword Lance with a heavy infusion instead of like cold or something like that, it allows us to apply greases. Now, we can apply freezing grease. Let's say if we're fighting Consort Radahn or Godfrey or something like that, freezing grease is incredibly good. We can proc things like Rot, Poison, or even take advantage of someone's weakness to Holy. And let's say we fight Bale, Dragon Wound grease is extremely good. So, again, a very, very versatile build. You'll hear me drive that home so much. And you can take on nearly anything in the entire game, with the exception, I would say, This is the only downfall of this build, is taking on Malenia. I have been very successful in killing Malenia using this build. However, it is a very long and very extended fight, and it will take you longer than 3 minutes. Why? Because she has a healing factor, even if you guard perfectly against everything she throws at you. She just heals too quickly and heals too often. This is a build I want to be upfront with you guys about. I would not recommend for Malenia unless you... are good about dodging all of her stuff, but we're not trying to do that with this build. We're trying to face tank a lot of hits and take nearly no damage and just shield and poke and get you through whatever fight you need to and have fun with it, man. That's what it's all about. So without further ado, let's get into the battle demo. So I want to briefly explain why you're getting the best of both worlds with this build before we go and fight Morgott. I will be running the Cragblade guard counter method just to show you the effectiveness. But more importantly, Morgott brings up a really important point. Enemies like him, Bale, and Horalu, they all have something called command grabs. Just like when Morgott puts blood on his blade and comes and grabs you, right? Or Malenia when she throws you up into the air. Messmer, even. The reason you're getting best of both worlds is not only are you going to be in an overloaded state, but you're still going to be able to light load. That's what makes this build so functional, is you can roll out of the way of this stuff where you otherwise would not be able to do if you were actually overloaded. And furthermore, even if they still happen to get you with a command grab, you're running so much defense here, it's not going to kill you. So you're getting the best of both worlds here. Now, let's go ahead and get into the fight. We're going to do the guard counter method. Typically, in most build videos, you would think, or you actually see people drink their flask first. That's not what we're doing here. We're running Bestial Vitality here for some passive health regeneration. Let's get Cragblade on here, right? I want to do this. And then we want to apply that shield grease. And now we want the Winged Crystal Tear for the longest amount of time possible. Now let's go ahead and get in there. We have Cragblade on our weapon. So with a guard counter method, we're going to do lots of stagger damage, and we'll probably stance break him quite easily. All right. So just go ahead and get that guard up. There's one. Look at my health. And look at my stamina damage. All right. I'm face tanking all that. Look at that. Look at, oh dude, that's, oh, come on dude. It's cheese. All right. Wait for that stamina to come back before we start guarding again, and then just go. Let off your block button. Then hold your block button back down. Okay. But look how quickly we can move in an overloaded state. Look, he moves away. Look how fast we can run at him now. Just press your target. It's cheese. Everything is cheese now. And look at my health regenning. So here we are at my favorite fight. As always, I'm going to Golden Vow. I'm going to Bestial Vitality. I'm Flame Grant Me Strength. I want to replenish my blue in case I need to activate Barricade Shield. All right, and Shield Grease. And then I'm choosing Poison Grease, actually, because he has slightly less resistance to that and Rot than Frost or Bleed. So pick Poison or Rot for something like this fight. Again, it's that just shows you the versatility of this build yet again. Playing to the weakness of the enemy. That's what it's all about. Face tanking everything. And just look at all. Oh my god, we're in phase 2 already, bro. Now, this is why it's so good for a fight like this. Maliketh is very agile, right? Very agile. I just face tanked all of that right there. And I can roll out of these projectiles, which you would otherwise not be able to do with such a heavy armor set. Now that our magic grease wore off, we can activate that barricade shield, which effectively does the same thing. All right, get back in there. Dude, this is incredible. This build is unbelievable. All right, barricade shield again. Yep. The best of both worlds, man. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of Messmer here. Golden Vow, Bestial Vitality again. Flame Grant Me. All right. Switch over, fill up our blue. And we're going to apply Holy Grease this time, because it should last us over into phase 2, and that's when he does become weak to Holy. Alright, let's drink our physics so we can move fast. That. Alright, we want to run at him. Now, very important, an attack like this, when he has something that comes from underneath you like this, always roll it. That's, again, the beauty of this build. Things like that. Attacks that will otherwise come from underneath you, you want to be able to roll. Alright. Still pretty fair damage. It's not, you're not seeing big dopamine numbers, but you're seeing them happen fast. Alright. Alright, we're into phase 2 already, which is awesome. Good. Alright. We still have the Holy on our weapon. Now if the shield grease wears out, we always have barricade shield to back up. Alright. There it goes, it did wear out. That's fine. We barricade. We start going after him again. Alright, this is like his ultimate attack, but I'm guarding against like everything here. I get him underneath us. So we roll. I was not expecting that to happen. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's too easy. When you really get the hang of this build, the game's easy. Okay, as always, put a little bit of PCR in the build videos. So we're going to Golden Vow. We're going to Bestial Vitality. We're going to Flame Grant Me Strength. Right, let's replenish our blue. And swap back, swap back. We are going to apply our shield grease, and then we're getting a little nifty. We're going to do rot this time. All right, we're ready. Let's go in there, and then we're going to drink this flask last, so it lasts the longest. Look at that. Here we go. We're light loading. It's awesome. All right, come at us, and then we go to work. You can even do guard counters. He has some very, very good openings for guard counters. You can guard through all this. And his silly meteors here, you can... Doesn't matter that we're heavy, man. You can wait and just wait for a good guard counter. 1, 2. Guard counter. Which is... All you have to do is guard with your L1 and then hit R2. Phase 2. Phase 2. And we're running fast, so look at that. Alright, give us a chance to reapply Rot during like one of these moves right here. We can probably reapply his shield grease. Alright, guarded just in time for that. So it's like we're prepped all over again for a whole new phase. That's insane. Start guarding here. Alright, start getting some guard counters in there. Maybe we'll get a stance break. I'm face tanking everything right now, and we're still really not in danger at all. All these super intimidating moves, not so intimidating anymore. Right? Alright, he does that. Replenish a little bit of HP. Alright, you can come at me all you want with this. Doesn't bother me at all. I'm just going to keep going to town. He's probably going to, like, take off here. His stupid missile technique. So, instances like this, perfect. Perfect moment so we can reapply more shield grease, right? Instead of using the barricade shield. Because what's he going to do? That attack right there basically did nothing to me just now. Alright, we can still roll these command grabs. Dude. Come on. Bye-bye, Mikola. Bye-bye.